Hayes likes Motley Crue. I think Michael Hayes loves himself, to be honest with you. I've never seen the appeal with Motley Crue. I don't know. I think they're just one of those bands that never really made it to the UK. Like, they never really translated to a UK audience on a big scale, you know? I never saw the appeal with what do you call it, with Motley Crue. There's a few bands like that just like didn't really translate to a UK audience, whereas like, I don't know, Guns N' Roses were huge everywhere. I couldn't even name a fucking Motley Crue song. We had Def Leppard, yeah. Twisted Sister I quite like though. Twisted Sister are one of those bands that like, there's nothing about them that should have really appealed to a UK audience, but they were fucking good. They were fucking good. Right, SmackDown's about to start. I need to find Netflix. Do you know what? I got fucking done over the other day. I got absolutely done over. Had a look at my... Like I said, money is tight anyway this month for various reasons. But it was made especially tough this month because there were several subscription services that I forgot to cancel. So I had to pay out for fucking Honor Club, the Ring of Honor streaming service. I had to pay out for fucking New Japan World, which really fucked me off. Really fucked me off that I've got another month of fucking New Japan World. I'm never going to watch it. I'm never, ever going to watch it. Oh, it's National Muffin Day. Thank you, Zach. Welcome in, Zach. How are you doing? Zach's watching on the YouTube right now. I will just say this right now. If you're not watching on the YouTube, you're watching on Twitch. Hello. I appreciate all of you. Do me a favour. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do a lot of original content. It's not just recycled Twitch streams and the like. We've also got some indie game reviews, and coming soon, in the works right now, the grand return of I Don't Know Ball. I'll be playing some football games for I Don't Know Ball, and I'll be doing some indie reviews for Stuart's Indie Review. Cleverly shortened down to Sir. Sir? Thank you. Right, let me try and find SmackDown because I'm fucking up all over the place. Please let me know what I'm missing, if I'm missing anything right now. Of course my headphones would be tangled. I only untangled them like 5 minutes ago. Alright, we in? Alright, Damien Priest backstage. This should be a banger match. A lot of people have been saying for a while, well, since they joined the main roster, a lot of people have been wanting Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams to cross paths. I'm glad it's happened. I'm shocked that it's happened so quickly, to be honest with you. But they know each other very well. Damien Priest is a more than capable hand in any sort of match. I've got high hopes for both triple threat matches tonight. Kiana James and Nia Jax and Charlotte ought to be a fucking banger as well. I'm happy that they're, you know, Kiana James had a really big showing in the Royal Rumble, and I hope that she can build on this momentum. Wouldn't it be really fucked up and so typical WWE if they book Kiana James with Guilia in an effort to try and, you know, give Guilia a mouthpiece, and then she ends up outshining Guilia? I feel so sorry for Guilia. She's so fucking good. and she gets so little crowd reaction is really, really upsetting. Right, we're not missing anything right now, so I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna queue up our next Sporcle quiz. The next Sporcle quiz we are gonna do is gonna be WrestleMania X8. It doesn't have any of the. Let's have a look. See if we can find one. See if we can find one where it has all the hardcore title changes as well. Name all the wrestlers that won. Oh no, that's not right. That's not right. Yes, I found one, and it has all of the. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, we're cooking. Fuck it, let's do it now. Let's do it now. Right. Can you name... And you know what? We'll save the hardcore one for last, because I reckon we can do this. Or the Sunday Night Heat Tag Team match, because that might be a little bit tricky. WrestleMania X8. I told you before, WrestleMania 17 was the first WrestleMania that I ever watched in full. WrestleMania X8 was the first one that I ever watched live. And I loved it. I love WrestleMania X8. It's not everyone's favourite, but for my money, for my nostalgia, for my experience, 17, 18 and 19 are the best. So feel free to shout out your answers in the chat. Name anyone that was on the card at WrestleMania X8. 2002 was WrestleMania X8. And I know that the opening match was RVD versus William Regal for the IC Championship. The European Championship was DDP versus Christian. I remember that. This was also the WrestleMania that had the really weird Booker T versus Edge match, which was over a shampoo commercial. So Booker T versus Edge was match 8. Always like DDP. I always like DDP. I always like DDP because I was a WCW fan. Speaking of WCW, we got Hogan making his first WrestleMania appearance. Back after coming back to WWE, and it was Rock versus Hogan, Icon versus Icon match. Another NWO member was Scott Hall, had a match with Steve Austin where Kevin Nash was ringside. I believe he'd returned to WWE injured, or injured himself, or got injured, sorry, just before that match, so wasn't actually on the card. No disqualification match, I believe, was the Ric Flair versus Undertaker match. No mention of Arn Anderson in this list, but is what it is. Oh, I tell you what, who had a fucking singles match that nobody remembers at WrestleMania X8? Kurt Angle versus Kane. No one remembers that shit. Had a really shit roll-up ending to that match as well. Jericho versus Triple H, good shout, is the main event of this one. So Jericho, Triple H, and ringside would have been Stephanie McMahon. Yeah, Stephanie McMahon was ringside. Other personnel, just Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler. Thank God it's not making us do all the ring announcers and stuff. And then there was what? Coachman, Garcia, Finkel, I think was that. Peak Stratus versus Lita, I believe. Yes. Stratus versus Lita versus Jazz. And Jazz won that match. I'm actually shocked at that. Yeah. No, good shout though. Funny enough, this was Lita's first WrestleMania match. And I'm pretty sure this was her only WrestleMania match up until fairly recently, like a few years ago. Alright, 4 corners elimination match for the Tag Team Championships. I believe was Farouk, Bradshaw, the Dudleys, the Hardys, and Stacey Keibler was ringside as well. Billy and Chuck, Yeah, Chuck. Yeah, well done. How the fuck are you spelling Keebler, by the way? Who's ringside? Right, Billy. Chuck. How the fuck are you spelling Keebler? She was the one that was ringside. Who else would have been ringside at this point? Not Hardy, Jeff Hardy, not Lita. Farouk Bradshaw. Rico? Oh my god, how the fuck are you spelling Stacy Keebler? Have I got the I and the E the wrong way round? Yeah, Stacy Keebler. Okay, thank fuck. Thank fuck. Right, now... the Hardcore Championship match, I believe, was Maven versus Goldust, but they don't seem to be on the list here. Maven won it backstage later on. Goldust lost the match. Hurricane won it backstage. And Molly Holly won it backstage as well. Well done. Alright, Sunday Night Heat tag team match. I have absolutely no idea. With a special guest referee, I think we saw it earlier. Jacqueline Moore was a special guest referee. So who the fuck would have been on this? Who the fuck would it have been? Fucking Sean Stasiak? Sean O'Hare? Hugh Morris? Bill DeMott? Who the fuck would it have been? No, Just Incredible. Albert? Albert's one of them. Test? Scotty 2 Hottie, maybe? Yeah? Okay, right, we're getting somewhere here. Who the fuck would have been in this 6-man tag team match on Sunday Night Heat? Scotty 2 Hottie, Albert, and somebody else. Rikishi? Yeah, Rikishi's in there. Okay, and who was Test's tag team partner at this point in time? Who the fuck would have been Test's tag team partner? No Guerrero on this card. Genuinely, I'm really stumped with this. Was it the Canadian thing? Lance Storm, maybe, is a good shout. Lance Storm's a great shout. Christian already on the card. My boy, my big brother, Lance. The other two members of the Un-Americans were Regal and Christian, and they're both on the card already. But it's not them. Was it another Canadian? Who else was Canadian at that point in time? Or who else was just on the card? Jamie Noble? Mr. Perfect. It was Mr. Perfect. It was Mr. Perfect, because he came back at the Royal Rumble, didn't he? I was either going to say him or Boss Man. Right, who... I reckon Mr. Perfect's quite low down. Mr. Perfect, only 40%. Don't think... No, Mr. Perfect's not Canadian. He's... is he Minnesota? I think he's a Minnesotan. I think. I'm not too sure. Don't know where he's from. Jacqueline. Only 32% of people got Jacqueline. Goldust is quite low down, which I'm quite surprised about. Keebler's quite low down. But Jacqueline, only 32% of people got Jacqueline, so I'm very, very pleased with that. Very, very pleased with that. I'm back. Also, now that we've got Nick Aldis out on SmackDown right now, giving the business to Jacob Fatu, I love the fact that Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce are both playable characters in WWE 2K26. I do maintain, though, that everyone who is a producer for WWE should be a playable character in the wrestling game. I know we've got the Hurricane, but I want Gregory Helms. I want Jamie Noble. I want Jason Jordan. I want... Who else is a producer now for WWE? Bobby Roode. I want Bobby Roode. I want Fatu to lay out Knuckle this here. It would be good. Drew just repeating his lines over and over again. Jeremy Borash as well. What is a playable character? Give us Joseph Party. That's a great idea by Sammy. Really good idea. Yeah, we can have the proper tag team with both of them. Fuck it, and for no reason whatsoever, Sammy, but Mike Tenay and Don West in there as well. We have Pete Rose. Speaking of DDP, obviously I'm a big fan of the wrestling comedy film Ready to Rumble that stars David Arquette, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion David Arquette. There is somebody, every single year, they make a really fucking good Gordy, Sean, and Jimmy King on the community creations. And this year, I'm going to download them. Whenever this person uploads his Ready to Rumble cast, I'm going to download them, and they're going to be a featured part of my WWE universe. Getting a commercial for Arby's. Oh, good. It's all part of WWE programming. Don't think Arby's even exists in the UK. That'll be next. David Arquette showcase mode. Half of him is just wrestling Ghostface. Look, if it meant that we get a triple cage match in a WWE 2K game, then so be it. Popeyes open in your town today, replacing the Wendy's that closed right before Christmas. Right, I'm telling you now, Sammy. Popeyes is fucking good. Is really, really fucking good. Get yourself either just like the bog standard chicken sandwich, or their chicken strips are fucking amazing. Fucking incredible. You miss Popeyes. Yeah, but you live near... like, oh, what's it called? That chicken shop near you? It looks good. Every time you sent me a picture of like the chicken that you get from there, it looks fucking good. Really good. Botch TV, welcome in. How are you doing? Mary Brown's. I've never even heard of Mary Brown's. It is a chain, isn't it? Let's have a look. Are they still teeing up Ilya for a heel turn or not? Mary Brown's. Canadian fast food restaurant, specialising in fried chicken. 21 stores. 21 corporate stores. Fair enough. From Newfoundland. If was the England football manager, I would hire Ilya Dragunov for every pre-match prep talk. Him and Eddie Kingston. Good, just working on your book. Nice. What's the book about? If you don't want to say Botch TV, you don't have to. But if you want to give us a little teaser, it's Canadian. So there's literally a Tim Hortons within walking distance from my house. Apparently people were queuing outside it at 3 AM to try and win a year's supply of chicken sandwiches. That's something. That's really something. Hey, fair play. I mean, I would love a year's supply of chicken sandwiches. I don't think I would go into the town to queue up at 3 a.m. I don't know if people queued up outside the Popeyes, but when Wingstop opened up, which I've never tried, by the way, things like chicken wings, like a good chicken wing is still like not as good as an average chicken strip, in my opinion. I don't know if that's a controversial opinion, and I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you. But for me, chicken wings, the level of effort to reward ratio is far too small. Far too small. I would love a year's supply of chicken fillets. They're quite pricey. I look to cook with it. Yeah. Anything. Do you know what? A year's supply of anything would be really fucking handy. At any point. Every time I order... Because I order shower gel off of Amazon. And every single time I make an Amazon order, I'm like, imagine if I didn't have to pay for this shit. Imagine if once a month I didn't have to spend however much. Oh, make chicken pasta bake. Oh, nice. What do you put in your chicken pasta bake? Because people think I'm weird for this, but broccoli in a chicken pasta bake, or any sort of pasta bake, anything, just put broccoli in anything. Anything, it just makes it better. Makes it better. It's about Botch TV's book is about a girl named Luna Outlaw who was telling the story of how she became the monster in the ring, how the innocent girl in her had slowly died due to her childhood trauma. Mate, I did not expect you. No offense, but I didn't expect you to say it was going to be like a fiction book. That's really cool. Really cool. If you're not a member of the Discord yet, join the Discord. And whenever you want to promote stuff and things like that, that's what the Discord, the promote your stuff channels there in the Discord. I would like more people to know about that. That is really fucking cool. Broccoli is top tier. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. It was a piri piri one. Piri piri's, I'm a weird one with piri piri because the biggest piri piri outlet in the UK is Nando's. And in my humble opinion, Nando's is one of, if not the most overrated place to get food. Like, people fucking love Nando's, and I just don't get it. Like, I'm sure, Craggle Rocks, that your piri piri pasta bake was absolutely delightful. I'm sure it was absolutely divine. I'm sure you did a phenomenal job in cooking it. I'm sure it was absolutely delicious. But I hear the words piri piri, and I go... I'm not going to turn my nose up at it. I'm almost having an aversion to it because of Nando's. Blame Nando's. Not even spicy. Spice is just one of those ones, isn't it? Like, if it has a good taste to it, I can deal with the spice. I can't deal with extra hot shit from Nando's because it doesn't taste of anything apart from pain, in my opinion. I don't like it. It doesn't taste of anything. It just tastes like yeah. Someone I work with, he got one of those hot sauce, like challenge hot sauce sets for Christmas, and he's been bringing bottles of it in every week. And every week I've been trying some of this hot sauce, and some of it is fucking amazing. Like the one we had the other day was like a ghost pepper hot sauce, but it didn't taste horrendous. It was fucking hot. Like, don't get me wrong, it was fucking hot, but it tasted quite nice. Right, Jacob Fatu's having a stern talking to backstage from Nick Aldis. How is this going to end up? Are we going to get that triple threat match at WrestleMania, do we think? Or are we literally just going to get Cody versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania? Randomly came across a YouTube video of someone doing it, and it looked like it could be nice. I wish that I had bookmarked more of that shit. Like more, I'll call it for lack of a better phrase, food porn. I wish that I had bookmarked more food porn. I watched this one guy, and I can't remember his name, but it's something the meat guy. And he's like, he has a line of like beef jerky and stuff like that. But he also just like does shitload of like smoked briskets and steaks and stuff. And just every time, like, I need to stop watching this shit at 2 o'clock in the morning, because I going to bed hungry is really depressing. Botch TV says it's actually based off of your life in some ways with fictional elements. Each character in the book represents a part of you. There's a character that is based off of you completely. Your family dynamic is in the book as well. No dad, mum works a lot, so she wasn't around to help too much, mental health issues, all that stuff. Mate, I'm really, really, really interested in this book, and I want to know more, especially like when you're ready to share more of it. But it sounds really fucking cool, and I'm genuinely, I mean this in the nicest way possible, I'm very jealous. I'm very, very jealous. I've always wanted to put pen to paper and do something creative like that. I was Bryn, who was formerly part of the Hive, but she does a really good wrestling blog on Substack. You can see links to her work on the Discord, on the promote your stuff section. She shared with me some of her like creative writing stuff, and like her more of her like fiction pieces and stuff like that, and they're really fucking good. I love shit like that. I have such a short attention span. Like, I have in my life, I think I've read 3 books, and that's not a lot considering some people like to read 3 books a week or 3 books a month or whatever. I really struggle with that, but like the short stories or like the beginnings of things, love reading shit like that. But I would make an exception for you, Botch. When that book comes out, I'll be the first one in line, mate. You're gonna make one of your most popular wrestlers leave the venue. What? Oh, terrible GM, yes. 13 chapters are done now. You're on the 14th. Every chapter in the book is a WWE 2K character from your universe. Trying to get it done before 2K26 releases. Nice. I'm really, really excited for WWE 2K26. I know a lot of people have their criticisms of it, and rightly so. The Creator Fest was recently over the last couple of days, and there were some notable omissions. Namely, What's the Status was not there, and What's the Status has been very very grown up about it, and very level-headed about not being invited. Personally, I think it's quite outrageous that someone like What's the Status was not invited to the Creator Fest. If it wasn't for him and a lot of people like him, the WWE 2K games would not be anywhere near as enjoyable as what they are. Is what it is. He seemed to be very understanding about it, so one has to respect his outlook on things. But I'm looking forward to it. I completely like missed out universe mode on WWE 2K25, and this year I want to get back into it in a big bad way. I don't know how that's going to manifest itself. It's probably going to manifest itself during these Friday streams. And then Saturday can be Retro Wrestling Day or non-wrestling game day. Tomorrow, in fact, is Red Dead Redemption 2 on the channel. I'm looking forward to that. Haven't read a book in quite a while. This one sounds super interesting. I agree, Craggle Rocks. Right, Tamatonga versus Ilya Dragunov right now. And so far, it's been quite good from what I've actually seen of it. Tamatonga going to fly. Tamatonga, I know it's been said a lot, but every time he comes out now, I'm like, yeah, Tamatonga's really fucking tonk, isn't he? Like, he's just beefed out in a big bad way. Ray Barrett says he's been calmer of late. Not in the gym, bruv. Look at him. He's fucking Wedge. It's told in first person through Luna's perspective. She's sort of reflecting on all the terror she scored. I'm trying not to reveal anything that is in the WWE 2K universe because you want it to be before that. If you make a second book, you'll probably go into that. I'm really interested, mate. Really interested. A few years ago, I remember downloading loads of fictional character cores such as Skeletor, Scorpion, Sonic the Hedgehog, and many more. Then putting them in a universe mode and creating your own promotion. Do it. Do it. It's a lot of fun. I have appeared on Sammy's channel a couple of times to co-commentate on some of his universe mode pay-per-views. And it's always been a lot of fun. Like the end of year one has been was a lot of fun because Sammy does like special matches and he'll download like some special things off of the universe of the community creations, and I got to pick. So obviously I picked The Simpsons. Not number. I'm happy to be number 2. I speak a lot of number 2, Sammy. Are you planning to self-publish? You definitely grab a copy. See, look, you've got 3 customers right here, Botch. Reason you made sisters and brothers because you never had your own. That's nice. That's nice. I've got 1 sister, and trust me, that's enough. That is enough. I am your player too. You sent me a game earlier that looked really interesting. I'm sorry I didn't reply to the Twitter post, but it was it the duck one? That looks very good. Looks very, very good. It's going to be on Inkit, electronically published. Okay, perfect. I've got a Kindle somewhere. I'll come back on your channel, Sammy. I'll come back. We'll talk. You need to be back on this channel very soon, hopefully. That's my goal for March. So I'm gonna give you some Saturdays in March, Sammy. There's a lot of wrestling coming up, and wrestling seems to get in the way of Wrestling's Not Fake. But we need Sammy back on the channel. This time though, I pick the game. This time I'm picking the game. I know exactly what wrestling game I'm going to subject Sammy Plays stuff on this channel. You and I, Sammy, will be playing Backyard Wrestling, There Goes the Neighborhood. Backyard Wrestling 2, There Goes the Neighborhood. Trust me, it's a fucking good game. Fucking good game. It will be your first time with the rebrand, since the rebrand. Ilya just holding on for dear life to Tama Tonga. I was kind of hoping that they were going to give Tama Tonga a bit of an extended push. Like a singles push. Oh my god, that German suplex is fucking nasty. Not allowed back, you're too dramatic. You'll be back. You'll be back soon. Trust me. I want to see enough of one of them German suplexes, because that was fucking nasty from Ilya to Tama Tonga there. Big lariat. Yeah, I can't see Tama Tonga winning this. Although I would love it. I would love it if Tama Tonga beat Ilya Dragunov right now, but can't see it happening. Is he going to go up for a top rope H-bomb? He could win by interference. Thinking about it. You got the MFTs walking around ringside. Blamed your friend because he got you into ink it and you've been putting off the book since the idea came while in college, but now in the past 2 weeks you've written 14 chapters. 2 weeks you've written 14 chapters. I'm really fucking impressed, mate. Really, really impressed. I definitely want to do some more writing pieces, but I don't know where. Don't know where. Like, having a look at OpheliaPayne.com. Everyone should go to OpheliaPayne.com for indie game reviews and gaming news and all that sort of stuff. Expertly done as well by our very own Peggy in the chat. I would possibly like something like a WordPress, or even like as a starting point, something on Substack. But there's that app, isn't there, that I can't remember what it's called. Is it Dropkicked, where it's like wrestling reviews and stuff? I'd quite like to do something like that, but I think having it on Dropkicked might be limiting if I wanted to do something that was more indie game reviews. The book is heavy right away, just a fair warning. Hey, look, we can deal with it. We can deal with it. But thank you for the warning, though. I appreciate it. Oh. Tamatonga did win. I'm talking shit. A lot of distractions from the MFTs. Everyone, Solo Sokoa's got the microphone. I want to see more Solo Sokoa. Oh, Ilya went straight after Solo. Maybe next week. Maybe next week we get Solo versus Ilya. Alright, who's going to come out and help Ilya Dragunov? You know what would be good? Do you know what would be really good for Ilya Dragunov? Stick a mask on him and put him in Los Americanos. Oh, that's another thing as well that I'm really looking forward to. Apparently, I don't know if this has been all the way confirmed just yet, but apparently we might be getting customizable 4- and 5-person entrances on WWE 2K26, which for me is a massive game changer. It's something that's been sorely missing from previous games, and something that really would show how far we can come now that we've kind of ditched the PS4, Xbox One generation. Right, Matt Cardona and Apollo Crews came out, but we've got Wyatt 6 looming as well. I'm both bored of this feud and also just like want more of it, because I feel like it hasn't gone as far as it should have gone by now. We'll see. Sammy, you're heading off to bed now as you got an early start. Hope the rest of your stream goes well. Good night, everyone. Sammy, thank you so much for being here. Always a pleasure having you here, mate, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend. You would like Nikki to fight. I agree with you. She hasn't had a match in how long? How long? Botch TV is also based off your hospital stays too, so it's a lot of it's very real, mate. If the more it you put into it, the more it will radiate off the pages, off the screen. So I've got no doubt that I want to read it, mate. Yes, you did hear a plug for your site. You did indeed. You deserve all the views and subs. Speaking of subs, if anyone would like to subscribe to this channel, it would be very, very, very helpful. It would keep me in WWE 2K games for at least another year. And potentially Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Potentially. It'll keep me in gold bars on Red Dead Online. Might even... Oh. Wow, being cheeky actually worked. I'm really, really sorry. I'm very, very thankful. Very, very thankful. Ophelia Payne just gifted a 1 month tier 1 subscription to Botch TV. Congratulations to Botch TV. And thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate you. That's really, really kind. I was very cheeky just then. I feel terrible already, but I very much appreciate it. We are a step closer to Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Genuinely, I don't think I am going to buy Sonic Racing Crossworlds, not for a while anyway. Now that 2K26 is coming out, I feel like I'm going to be more than busy. We've got Red Dead Redemption 2, which we're going to play some tomorrow evening, which I'm really looking forward to. When we're done with that, I am going to be playing some GTA 5. 30 gifts, what are you doing? You're being an absolute fucking legend, is what you are. No, seriously, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Right, are we getting Aleister Black versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania? Or it's happening tonight? Okay, fine. We're getting Randy Orton versus Aleister Black tonight. Jade Cargill making her way to the ring. I do hope that we get more Jade Cargill versus Jordan Grace, because that match was very good. Very, very good. Literally just before you mentioned GTA 5, I messaged you about doing GTA 5 roleplay. Do it. How embarrassing you're wearing the same thing as Jade. What, your championship title belt? Right, while we're in an ad break for 3 minutes, shall we... Oh, we got the purple ensemble. Very nice. I've gone for the standard blue sweatshirt, as it's still really fucking cold at the minute. It's meant to warm up. Spring is meant to be here soon, but it's still very, very, very cold. So I'm all wrapped up. Not like this in the summer. Not like this in the summer. Basically, in the summer, I'm full Winnie the Pooh. You don't see anything waist down because there's nothing there. Apart from... Never mind. Can't get into your Rockstar account and they are zero help. Oh, that's a shitbag. I was trying to think other ways around it. Do you need... Are you playing on PC then? That's a bit of a shitbag. I hate the Rockstar launcher on PC. It's so shit. So shit. Right. It's time for a Sporcle quiz. Can you name every single match on WWE WrestleMania 19? I believe it was March 2003. Now, this one I'm actually going to kick off, right? And I'm going to kick off. Like, just mentally, I'm going to fucking kick off, right? because Sunday Night Heat, there was a tag team match for the World Tag Team Championship, and it boils my piss that that match was on Sunday Night Heat, because I remember when I was a kid, when this WrestleMania happened, I was a big fan of the tag team champions at the time, and the fact that they were on Sunday Night Heat and not on the main card of WrestleMania was a fucking travesty. And it was Kane and RVD versus Lance Storm and William Regal. No, not William Regal. Christian? Test. Lance Storm. It was Regal. Why is that not? It was Lance Storm and William Regal. Who the fuck was the tag team champions? Oh no, it wasn't. It was Sean Morley. It was Val Venus. Alright, Sean Morley should have been nowhere near the tag team title scene. That match, that WrestleMania match, should have been Kane and RVD versus the Dudleys. That's what it should have been. The Dudleys weren't even on the WrestleMania card. They were on. They interfered in the tag team title match. They turned heel before WrestleMania even started. Complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. Booker T versus Triple H in a match that definitely was not controversial in any way whatsoever. The ironic thing is one of your characters, Sky, wears a blue hoodie to keep herself safe. Right. This is the 2-on-1 tag team match, the handicap match that you were mentioning earlier. So Undertaker versus A-Train and, well, Big Show, with Nathan Jones interfering. Right, let's see what else is on this. Singles match for the Cruiserweight Championship was Rey Mysterio dressed as Daredevil, I think was his costume of choice this year, versus V1 Matt Hardy. No Jeff Hardy on this card. I think Jeff Hardy had been released just before this WrestleMania, unfortunately. Triple threat match for the Women's Championship. Not Lita. It was Jazz. It was Trish Stratus. And it was Victoria. I do believe it was. What else is on this card? Hogan versus Vince in a street fight. Mr. McMahon. Yeah, Craig Rott's already said it. Matt was with Shannon Moore. Can't believe you remember that. They were great. He was his MFer. And do you remember the other MFer, the short-lived MFer, apart from Shannon Moore? Wasn't on this card, but later on, they also recruited Crash Holly for some reason. Okay, so we should have a triple threat match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Now, I can't remember a lot about this. Triple threat match for the Tag Team Championships. It wasn't Billy and Chuck at this point. It wasn't the Hardys. It wasn't the Dudleys. It wasn't Christian. Edge? No, Edge wasn't on the card. It was Benoit and Rhino. It was the Guerreros, and it was the world's greatest tag team, Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas. God, what a forgettable fucking tag team match that was. Singles match. Brock and Kurt for the main event. Singles match, Rock and Austin was on this card as well. Another singles match. What's another singles match that was on this card? I will get this. Kane was already on there. Angle, Rock, Triple H, Jericho, Shawn Michaels. Well done. Well done. How did we forget that? How did we forget that? Or how did I forget that, really? Right, let's have a look at the stats real quickly. Chief Morley, Sean Morley was the least guessed. 62%, 65.2% of people got Sean Morley. Lance Storm was also quite low down. Rhino, Charlie Hoss, Shelton Benjamin were quite low down. RVD quite low down, I guess, because it was on Sunday Night Heat. Victoria was the lowest down woman, which is quite disappointing. But then, I'm pretty sure that was Victoria's only WrestleMania match apart from the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal at WrestleMania 25. No, I'm talking shit. Victoria versus Molly Holly happened the next year, but we'll get into that with the next Sporcle quiz eventually at some point. Probably do it this evening. At some point. Jade Cargill is calling out everyone. Good crowd reaction. No one's coming out to... No one's coming out to challenge her. Just making a statement is Jade Cargill. I like that. And Liv Morgan's definitely picking Stephanie Becker. Who is Jade Cargill going to pick then? Who is Jade Cargill going to face at WrestleMania, do we think? It's going to be Charlotte, isn't it? I mean, as much as I would like to see Charlotte and Alexa in a tag match, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if it was Charlotte. But then again, you've also got Rhea in the mix. This feels like a bit more of a box office match, though, doesn't it? Charlotte versus Jade Cargill. I'd have Charlotte win. If Charlotte does face Jade Cargill, I think I'd like Charlotte to win. Charlotte's done, potentially... I don't want to say she's done her best work this year, because it's recency bias, but it's definitely been my favourite year of Charlotte Flair. The past 12 months, since she's come back, since she won the Royal Rumble last year, losing to Tiffany Stratton, and then everything else after that, has been my favourite year of Charlotte Flair. She's definitely been more herself, and do you know what? I'll keep on banging on about it. I'll keep on saying it. She has been hampered, entertainment-wise, from my perspective, and it is just my opinion, my perspective. She's been hampered by being constantly compared to her father. She's been given, everyone's given, but she's been put in title positions and had won championships to mirror Ric Flair's title reigns. And I found it very, very boring. She's brilliant in the ring. Her matches are always good. I just found that side of it to be very boring and insulting because she deserves so much more. The fact that she's been nowhere near the title picture since WrestleMania has made her so much more likable as a character. You become a fan this year. Were you not a fan before? That robe. She's never been in an Elimination Chamber, so she'll probably win it. Hopefully. Were you not a fan of hers for the similar reasons? Or was it something else? Botch TV called your book Tainted Halo because Luna feels guilty about everything she'd done, including not protecting her sister. I like the name. I do like it. Speaking of Elimination Chamber, I'll be here this time next week. Well, not this time. This time in 8 days from now. WWE Elimination Chamber is live from Chicago, Illinois. But I will be live from right here on Twitch and YouTube to watch along with you lovely people. And we're going to have some... I'm going to try and get some other games. I've been saying this for a while. We've been doing a lot of Sporcle quizzes lately. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love a Sporcle quiz. I fucking love a Sporcle quiz. That being said, I would like to do something different. Maybe a different type of Sporcle quiz, potentially. That's not just the list ones. But if anyone has any recommendations or any other suggestions for different online browser games that we can play as a group together, then please let me know in the Discord. Sammy has put a really good suggestion in there. Haven't had a proper look through it, but that's a definite maybe. Viva, who comes in here for a lot of the pay-per-view watch-alongs, he gave me a list of 600 different games, just like Wordle or Sporcle, and I'm currently making my way through them, so maybe that'll make an appearance, but something wrestling related, I think. Something wrestling related. I'm open to suggestions. I did see as well, and I nearly bought it if it wasn't for the shit reviews, but you can get a Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game, and there's a WWE pack of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Apparently some of the questions and the answers are wrong. So if I do play it, it'll be literally just as a fucking joke. Just as a bit of a joke, just to see how shit it is. But I tell you what's not shit. WrestleMania 20. Live from Madison Square Garden in 2004. This one's a really good card because there's so many people on this card. That Cruiserweight Open for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Do you know what? We're going to fucking start with that. We're going to start with that. Cruiserweight Championship. Practice mode. I reckon we can get this. Can you name everyone that was on the WrestleMania 20 card? Starting with the Cruiserweight Open for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship, I believe Ultimo Dragon was in that match. He was. Billy Kidman was in that match. Tajiri was in that match. Shannon Moore was in that match. Crash Holly was not in that match, but there was Molly Holly was in on that card, and she faced Victoria that we mentioned earlier. Who else is in that? Rey Mysterio, I think, was in that Cruiserweight Open. Jamie Noble. Chavo, maybe? Chavo Guerrero was in there. Eddie Guerrero faced Kurt Angle later on in the evening. Who else is in that Cruiserweight match? Who else is in the Cruiserweight Open for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship at WrestleMania 20? Fuck me. I can't actually think. The Hurricane? Hurricane wasn't on the card. Oh my god. I can't think. Oh, Psychosis? No? Unless I spelt his name wrong, but I think... Oh, I'm going to spell his fucking name wrong. Juventud Guerrera, I think... No Hoovy. Unless I've spelt his name wrong. Was his name just Juventud? No? 2004. Don't think Juventud Guerrera. He was in there. Maybe Kid Cash or... No? No Kid Cash. No Jerry Lynn. Fuck me. Who was in this Cruiserweight Open? Paul London? No Paul London. Brian Kendrick? No? Oh, this is... I'm gonna struggle with this. Funaki's a great shout. Funaki is a fucking great shout. Of course he was. I knew Matt Hardy wasn't on the card. Still put him in there anyway. Why do I still think that Juventud was in there? Nunzio. Nunzio was in there. Come on, 2000 Spike Dudley? No, there was a Dudley on the card though, at WrestleMania 20. Where was he? Bubba Ray and Devon was in a tag team match. EO. Right. Fatal 4-way match for the World Tag Team Championships. I remember this. Dudley's versus, I believe... Oh no, that was a different match. That was a different match. There was 2 Fatal 4-way matches for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty were in one of them. I can't think of who else was in this fucking match. The APA were in the one for the WWE Tag Team Championships. I need to go back and watch this shit. Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin were in there. Edge was not on this card. Christian, I don't think was on this card either. Christian was on this card. Christian versus Chris Jericho happened on this card. Kane versus The Undertaker happened on this card. I remember that for a fact. Problematic Person 1 versus Triple H versus Shawn Michaels in the Triple Threat main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. What other tag teams were around WWE at that point? I can only think of the full-blooded Italians, but I don't think Chuck Palumbo and Johnny the Bull Stamboli were on this card. Fuck me, what other tag teams were there? Rhino? No Rhino. Playboy evening gown match. I'm going to struggle with that. Tori Wilson and Stacey Keebler I got, but apart from that, I don't know. Brother BKL Sports Entertainment Show. Shout out to everyone in chat, including Stuart. Yeah, keep up the good work on your channel. Appreciate it. And shout out from South Bronx. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, you absolute legend. If you can name anyone on the WrestleMania 20 card, I'll be very, very, very appreciative. Because I'm struggling right now with these tag team matches and the Playboy evening gown match. I feel like they weren't wrestlers, were they? Was it Sable? Was it Sable and Dawn Marie? It wasn't Dawn Marie. Who the fuck was it? Sable, Tori Wilson, Stacey Keebler, Jackie Gader or Jacqueline Moore? I just typed in Jack and something happened then. Mick Foley was in... Oh yeah, it was Mick Foley and The Rock versus Flair, Orton, Batista. Oh, is it... Not Jacqueline. Miss Jackie. So it was Jackie Gader. I don't know if they're still together, but she was married to Charlie Haas, I believe. I think. I'm not sure. Right, let's have a look at these tag team matches again, because at the moment the Dudleys are facing themselves. And then we've got one team missing from this one. Basham Brothers. Basham Brothers were in the Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Singles match with Stone Cold Steve Austin as special guest referee was Lesnar versus Goldberg. Okay, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. We've got a singles match for the United States Championship, which I have zero recollect. Oh no, I lie. It was Big Show versus John Cena. Big Show, John Cena, and then we need 4 Raw Tag Team World Tag Team Championships. Who's on Raw Tag Team? So was it La Resistance? Oh my god, I can't remember his fucking name. Rene Dupree, and I think it was Rob Conway. I don't think it. Yeah, it was Rob Conway. I'm genuinely shocked that I managed to get that. Genuinely shocked. Booker T and RVD. was Booker T and RVD. Who else on Raw as tag team champions? I don't think Test and Steiner. No. I'm gonna have a think and then I'll look at the chat. Raw tag teams in 2004 could be fucking anybody. I'm thinking it was like, is it Trevor Murdoch and the other guy? Who's the other fucking guy? The one that passed away. Oh fuck! What was his name? It wasn't Trevor Murdoch. I can't remember what his fucking name was. The other guy. Who's the guy that died? Oh my god! He was part of Shawn Michaels' wrestling academy, and he had a different name at one point. Oh, do you know what? That's gonna do my nutting. Undertaker versus Ric Flair, Backlash 2002, #1 contender match. Stone Cold Steve Austin, special guest referee. I vaguely remember that. I had that on DVD. Do you know what I saw the other day? And I really thought about doing the collection of it, but I wouldn't have the collector's box that it came in. But I had, when I was a kid, all of the WWE DVDs, pay-per-view DVDs from 2003, and if you put the spines together, it come up with a 2003 graphic, and I'm pretty sure that you could like send away for and like order it online, but like the box for it, I would love to own that, just as a bit of nostalgia and like almost like an exercising of a demon of my past, that I could be like, I own that. I wanted that collection, that collector's box when I was a kid. I had all the DVDs, I just didn't have the box that it came in. I'd love to fucking own that. One day I will. Right, one more Raw tag team. I feel like it was like the Un-Americans were around. Regal is not on this card. Eugene wasn't around at this point. That's a stupid idea. Who the fuck was around? Not Sean Morley. It's not Test. It's not Albert. Rikishi's already on the card. Kiana James just lifted up Nia Jax. I want the best for Kiana James. After the Royal Rumble, I'm a big Kiana James fan now. I genuinely can't think of who it could be on that tag team, that last tag team for the World Tag Team Championships. Who was a tag team on Raw at that point in time? I almost stopped watching wrestling at this point, so it's really, really difficult for me to remember. Jindrak? Who? Yeah, it was Jindrak, wasn't it? Jindrak and... Oh, fuck. See, I'm gonna put all the fucking... Jindrak... Kiana James just kicked out, although it looked like a little bit, you know. Am I thinking of the right guy again? The guy that was Trevor Murdoch's? Lance Cade. Yeah, that's literally who I was thinking of. Thank you. Garrison Cade, his name was at that point. That's who I was thinking of as Trevor Murdoch's tag team partner. Thank you so much for getting that right. I'm so happy we got that. I reckon that either Rene Dupree or Garrison Cade or Mark Jindrak are going to be lowest on the stats. So let's have a quick look at the stats. Nunzio. 61.7% of people got Nunzio. Miss Jackie was quite low down. Shannon Moore was quite low down. Jindrak, Akio, Funaki, Garrison Cade, Rob Conway. Tajiri's a lot lower down than he should be. Tajiri deserves a bit more respect. But well done, everyone. That was a lot of fun. Well done. Alright. What is Kiana James going for here? She was going to go for a figure 4 leg lock on Charlotte. You fool. Pop-up powerbomb? I like that. Oh my god, she's got the figure 8 locked in, but that's a huge leg drop for Nia Jax. Let's go for the Annihilator. On Kiana James. Gets drop kicked by Charlotte. I thought that was going to be the end there. I don't know if they sell Mad Dog in the UK anymore. I feel like they used to sell Mad Dog. 15% alcohol. Seems a bit ridiculous that they're advertising that in the middle of the ring, which is essentially, no offense to the adults watching right now, but it's essentially a kid's show. Mad Dog 2020 seems like a really fucking 80s drink. Right, how's Charlotte gonna win this? This match has been very, very good. Unsurprisingly. I would have liked it if this match... Oh, she's gonna go... I hate when people that have got a history of knee injuries go for that sunset flip powerbomb off the top rope, because that's how Seth Rollins did his fucking knee in. Oh my god, Charlotte is levitating off the ground. Oh my god. Kiana James with a roll up. What? What? Kiana James, with the biggest win of her career to date, is now in the Elimination Chamber. Do you know what? That fucking Rumble performance, she fucking deserves that. I'm shocked. I'm happy. I'm shocked, but I'm also happy that it looks like... Because you can't have... Right, you can't have a WrestleMania without Charlotte Flair. I would love Charlotte and Alexa versus Rhea and Io Sky. Have some different women's world title matches, but have those four big name players in a world women's tag team title match. You stick Asuka and Kairi Sane in there as well. Unless Asuka wins the Elimination Chamber, which would be fucking awesome, by the way. I wonder who's going to win the Chamber now then. Who's everyone's pick for the Elimination Chamber, for the Women's Elimination Chamber? I wouldn't be surprised if Rhea won, but at the same time, I just want those tag team titles on the WrestleMania card. Here we fucking go. Toxic. Toxic, toxic, toxic. Oba Femi versus Kit Wilson is coming up next. Tell you what, we're gonna fucking run out of Sporcle quizzes at this rate, but so be it. So be it, you know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We're in the lead up to WrestleMania, right? And I love a Sporcle quiz. And I'm having a lot of fun. I love that everyone gets involved in the chat as well. So we're just going to crack on with this. There was a 30-man interpromotional battle royal at WrestleMania 21. Now, WrestleMania 21, I have never watched in full. Never watched WrestleMania 21 in full. And it is one that is definitely on my list to watch at some point. I know Loof Toast was a big fan around WrestleMania 21, and if he's still here, Jay, if you're still here, then we may need your expertise on this. But this 30-man interpromotional battle royal might prove to be quite difficult. I haven't got a fucking clue about some of these. The only ones I do know for sure is JBL versus Cena for the WWE Championship, Batista versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship. Sumo match was Akibono versus Big Show. Singles match for the Women's Championship was not Mickie James. Oh my god. This is the Hollywood one. Is this the Hollywood one, or was that 22? I don't know. I think you might be right. Eddie and Booker? Eddie Guerrero was in a singles match against Rey Mysterio. RVD wasn't on the card. Booker T was the winner of the Battle Royal. Okay. Money in the Bank ladder match. Okay, here we go. Edge, Christian, Kane, Benoit, Benjamin, and Jericho. There you go. There you go. I think 22 was the Hollywood one. Again, I haven't watched in full 21, 22, 23, 24. So at some point I will. I will. Trish Stratus Women's Championship. I just can't remember who she faced. It wasn't Mickie James. I think that was 22. Oh my god. Was it Candice Michelle? Or... oh god. Someone's going to need to help me out with this, because this is not my era, especially with women's wrestling. What did you say? Sorry. Taker versus Orton. Good shout. There's another singles match here. I want to know who that Trish Stratus... Ray versus Eddie we've got. It wasn't Maria, was it? It wasn't Maria. It wasn't Ashley. It's the women's match that's going to fuck me over here. Let's try and... do you know what? This interpromotional battle royal is also very, very difficult. Tajiri was on there. I'm just going to try and name as many people as possible from this era, from 2004. Regal, Hurricane Tajiri. Doug and Danny Basham. Rob Conway, Rene Dupree is not on there. Sylvain Grenier was there though. That's interesting. Oh, Harley Hoss, Rico? No Rico. Fuck, this is hard. Chris Masters is there. Carlito around this point? No Carlito. This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be really hard. Snitsky was there. That's good. Heidenreich? Heidenreich was there. Here we go. Viscera. It's a good shout. Kit Wilson's making his entrance to the ring on SmackDown. I love how angry he looks and then goes into his dance. He's loving life and he deserves it. Rosie and Jamal won't be in there. Rosie, definitely. Jamal, maybe not. I don't think Jamal was in WWE at this point. I think he got released. Wellness violation. Aussie Lucian, welcome in. How are you doing? We're naming all the participants of the Interpromotional Battle Royal at WrestleMania 21, so feel free to shout out some answers. Also, who faced Trish Stratus for the Women's Championship? Hardcore Holly was in there. We got Hardcore Holly. How's your weekend so far? Paul London, Billy Kidman is a fucking great shout. Kendrick as well, maybe? No Kendrick. No Shannon Moore. No Matt Hardy. This is hard. Who was in the fucking... Don't think Farouk would have been in there at this point. Farouk had retired by this point. Other tag teams. Who was... I was going to say Dave Taylor. Chrissy Hemme. That's who it was. Well done. Well done. It was Chrissy Hemme. I knew it began with a C. That's annoyed me. Thank you. Well done. Okay, who's in this battle royal? Oh, it's all in alphabetical order as well, actually. So someone that begins with an A. Akio. We need someone that begins with either a D, an E, or an F. Funaki? There you go. Pest? No. No Albert. Someone else begins with an S. Oh, what is Kit Wilson doing here? He's writing his own obituary. He's going to read a poem to Oba Femi. No Mark Henry. Spike Dudley is there. Well done. Need to learn how to spell Kyantai in this. I somehow already fluked it right. Kyantai had an A before the first I. Takamichi was in Japan at this point. Chavo might be there. No, Chavo's not there. Chavo's not there. Jindrak. No Murdoch, but no Lance Cade either. No Garrison Cade. Maven's a fucking great shout. Maven is a fucking brilliant shout. We got Snitsky. We got Heidenreich. Kennedy wasn't around at that point. MVP wasn't around at that point. No. Lashley wasn't around at that point. Nunzio, a good shout. Stamboli had gone by that point. Chuck Palumbo doesn't fit the letters. Orlando Jordan is a really good shout. Really, really good shout. Rhino as well is in there. Oh. No Lance Storm. Simon Dean. Well done. Eugene might be in there. No, Eugene's not in there. I'm gonna... No. Beef Bayonet, you know. Oba Femi's going to kill him. He's not creasing, is he? Oh, here we go. R.I.P. Kit Wilson. He did well. He held on for dear life, bless him. Right. We got some more beginning with T as well. It's not test. Tomko. Great shout. Completely forgot about Tyson Tomko. That would be the only T then. Is there a U? Or another V? Or another T? Umaga wasn't around at this point. Easy win for Oba Femi in the end. Another one beginning with S or R. We've only got 5 more, and we're still missing. Venus is a good shout. We got 4 more. We've got 2 more in the Battle Royal, and we've got a singles match that we've missed out as well. We're missing a singles match from WrestleMania 21. Who was in that singles match? Scotty Too Hotty. Well done. Scotty Too Hotty's in there. And we've got one more between H and M. Angle Michaels was the fucking other match. Well done. Right, we've got one more participant in this Battle Royal. One more participant. Who was it? Genuinely can't think. Genuinely cannot think. Could begin with a J or a K. With a J. Wasn't Johnny Nitro. It's too early for Johnny Nitro. If they're shipping that crate around, got to be Danhausen, right? We've got Orlando Jordan. We've already got Orlando Jordan. It seems to be the first name that begins with a J, or an M, or a K. I can't think of any wrestlers begin with a K apart from, like, you know, Kane. But we've already got Kane. We're not giving up on this, by the way. We're not giving up on this. We've got 49 or an L. It's not Lance Storm, though. We've tried Lance Storm. Why do I think it's J? Why do I think it's a J? I'm really stumped on this one. Really stumped on this one. I'm very, very impressed that we've managed to get this far. I don't think Jeff Hardy was he was in TNA at this point. He'd been long released at Jeff Hardy. 2004, we're thinking. WrestleMania 21. No, 2005, sorry. It was Luther Reigns, wasn't it? Luther Reigns, well done. Well done. I'm annoyed I didn't get that. Oh, I always remember Luther Reigns. Well done. Well done. Surprisingly, the person that got the least amount of guesses was Maven. Only 48.2% of people got Maven. And 49.3% of people got Scotty 2 Hotty. That's a fucking travesty. Simon Dean was also quite low down. Akio, Tyson Tomko, Sylvain Grenier was quite low down. Kidman was quite low down. Rhino, Luther Reigns got 51.5. Val Venus was quite low down. I forget Val Venus was around at this point. Val Venus was, is well on his way to being a very problematic person, but it's what it is. Is what it is. Well done, everyone. Well done. Yeah, massive well done for Peggy and Quaggle Rocks getting Luther Reigns. Definitely very impressed. I'm annoyed I didn't get that. Annoyed I didn't get that one. But that is what this game does to you. You sit here and you play these games, you will get just complete brain farts. Just complete fucking mind going completely blank. It's been a good episode of SmackDown so far. We're about halfway through SmackDown. God, only halfway through. We've managed to do WrestleManias 17, 18, 19, 20 and 21. We could... What the fuck song is this? We could do another one right now. We could do another one right now. Do you know what? It was mentioned before. WrestleMania 22 was the WrestleMania Goes Hollywood WrestleMania. I do believe. It's... Oh, wow. Good luck, everyone. We've got another pre-show Battle Royal. We've got another pre-show Battle Royal for WrestleMania 22. Let's do it. Can you name every match on WrestleMania 22? And I'm just going to go for it. Luther Reigns. Trevor Murdoch's got to turn up at some point, right? Trevor Murdoch was in the Battle Royal. Thank fuck for that. United States Championship match. I think that was... Oh... Was that Benoit? It was Benoit. Was it MVP? No, it wasn't MVP at that point. WrestleMania 22. When was that? 2006. Chris Benoit versus who? No Rhino at this point. Booker T was in a handicap match. Oh, it was Carmelo and Booker T versus the Boogeyman, I believe. There you go. Casket match has to be The Undertaker versus Mark Henry. Triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship was Orton, Angle, Mysterio. Singles match for the WWE Championship was Cena Michaels? No, that was a no holds barred match. Michaels and Mr. McMahon. Singles match for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 22. Triple H versus John Cena. Who was in the Playboy Pillow fight match? Any idea? Any idea? Cena, Triple H, Punk was a gangster. You are right. You are absolutely right. I'm going to go for Trish Stratus for the Women's Championship, and she challenged Mickie James? Mickie James. There you go. That was Mickie James. Tori Wilson and Candice Michelle. Okay? Never would have got that in a million years. Is what it is. Hardcore match was Foley and Edge. Singles match for the United States Championship. Was that JBL? It was JBL versus Chris Benoit. No idea. No idea. Christian had gone by this point. Jericho was probably in the ladder match. Jericho wasn't in there. Fuck me. Kane was in the World Tag Team Championship match. He was champion with who? Big Show? Yeah, Big Show and Kane. RVD won the Money in the Bank ladder match. So we're talking what? Shelton Benjamin? Mr. Kennedy wasn't there at this point, was he? I actually have no idea who else is in that match. Matt Hardy and Ric Flair were in that match. Matt Hardy, Ric Flair, Shelton Benjamin, Rob Van Dam. Snitsky was in the Battle Royal. Who the fuck did Kane and Big Show face? Basham Brothers were long gone by this point. Who the fuck was a tag team at this point? No Dudleys at this point. No Hardys at this point. Edge and Christian are already on the show. This is going to be well hard, I think. We've got 2 more for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Tiffany Stratton versus Alba Fire is going to be a short match, but it's going to be quite good. Alba Fire can do no wrong in my eyes. Carlito's a really good shout. And if you're going to have Carlito, you got to have Chris Masters, right? Yep. Carlito and Chris Masters with the tag team match. Fuck, who else is in this Battle Royal then? Good shout though, Aussie Lucian. Well done. Right, so we need Battle Royal participants. No fucking clue who won. Hardcore Holly is not in there. Test is not in there. Viscera won. Finley's a fucking great shout. Finley was in the ladder match. Well done. Well done. Regal was in the Battle Royal. Tajiri is gone by then. I feel like I've said Guerrero already. Goldust is a good shout. Goldust is a very good shout. Who was around in 2006? Who, London? No. Kendrick, maybe? Kidman was long gone by this point. Simon Bloody Dean was in that match. Well done, Craggle Rocks. Rob Conway was still in there. Sylvain Grenier was not there. Rene Dupree was not there. Fucking Rob Conway managed to outlast the other members of La Resistance. That's quite amazing. Luther Reigns, I already tried. He's not in there, I'm afraid. Yeah, repeat all the ones you said before. That's fine. Fine by me. I'm pretty sure Heidenreich was gone by this point. Heidenreich's not there. Tomko is a good shout again. Tomko's there. Okay. So, more that begin with... No Scotty Too High. LWO... Oh, fuck. How do you spell Juventud Guerrera? Psychosis was there. Super Crazy? Super Crazy's there. Fuck. I don't know how to spell Juventud Guerrera. Unless he wasn't in the match. We got Psychosis and we got Super Crazy. We got... No Chuck Palumbo. Lashley. Well done. Never would have got that. Never would have got that at all. Okay, we just need Battle Royal participants then. It's not Guerrero, it's Guerrera. But I don't know how to spell it right. Who else was around at that point in time? Was there more ECW people? Because it was 2006. Dreamer? No Tommy Dreamer. Did Tommy Dreamer ever have a WrestleMania match? Sandman. No. Said Rhino. Funaki. Can't go wrong with Funaki, I'm afraid. Problematic. Eugene is a fucking great shout. Well done. Okay. Matt Striker. He was there. Well done. I thought he would have been later for some reason. 2006 though. That is ECW territory. So no Kevin Thorne. No Elijah Burke. Maven again, maybe? No Maven. No Maven. No Gregory Helms. We've got Carlito and Chris Masters. We're challenging Kane and Big Show for the Tag Team Championships. It could still be Juventud Guerrero, but I'm pretty sure it's just Guerrero. Yeah. Nitro. And Mercury. Well done. I was going to say Dave Taylor as well, but he doesn't fit. He doesn't fit. Okay, no Juventud Guerrero, thank fuck. Someone beginning with an S. And someone beginning with a T, probably. But it's not Test. Try Test. Is it the someone? No Hurricane. No Rosie. Stevie Richards. Fucking well done. Well done. Okay. So someone beginning with, it has to be a T then, unless it's, you know, S, U. A light bulb just turned on for the T. Go on. I'm gonna have a think, and then I'll look at the chat. I did already say Trevor Murdoch, didn't I? Already said Trevor Murdoch. Already said Tyson Tomko. Is it going to be someone really obvious, or is it going to be someone really fucking obscure? I'm gonna look. Road Warrior. Oh my god. It was Road Warrior Animal. Because fucking Heidenreich was in there as well. Fucking Heidenreich was in there as well. Right. Who was last? Matt Striker was last. Stephen Richards. Only 40% of people got Stephen Richards. Matt Striker was 36.6%. Tyson Tomko was low down. Psychosis. The Road Warrior. Funaki. Rob Conway. Goldust. Simon Bloody Dean. Super crazy. Trevor Murdoch. Eugene was quite low down. This is quite a low scoring one. Only 73% was the average score. Well done, everyone. That was a lot of fun. Right. This Alba Fire versus Tiffany Stratton match has gone on way, way, way longer than I thought it was going to, and I love that. Alba Fire deserves a lot. But it looks like she's about to eat this L right now. Oh no! Prettiest moonsault ever. Didn't manage to pull it off. Oh, Alba Fire's gonna fly, isn't she? Oh no. What's Chelsea Green doing? What's she doing hopping around? It's just that was good. Oh, she's brilliant. She's brilliant. This show was poor No Mean Street Posse. That's why WrestleMania 2000 is the best WrestleMania. Because we had Rodney, We had Pete Gas. We had Joey Abs. Oh. Went for that swanton. Always think that that must be one of those wrestling moves that hurts the most. Doing a top rope move and then the other wrestler putting their knees up is either going to hurt you or it's going to hurt them a lot. A lot. Prettiest moonsault ever. Good match. That was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Competitive from Alba Fire. You love to see it. WrestleMania 23 was the last time a WrestleMania was held in an arena, bar 36. I thought WrestleMania 22 was the last one that was held in an arena. And WrestleMania 23 was back to a stadium show, no? I might be wrong on that. Like I said, I've never watched it properly, but I'm pretty sure WrestleMania 23 was in a stadium, no? Someone verify that. Someone... Sami Zayn and Johnny Gargano have both got the same gimmick now. They're both just feeling sorry for themselves. Ooh. Ooh. No, I'm Team Sami Zayn here. Cody Rhodes is a massive piece of shit. Massive piece of shit. Yes, it was Ford Field. 23 was Ford Field when Cena drove the car through the glass during his entrance for HBK. Spoiler, we've not got to 23 yet. I'm joking. I am joking. Again, never watched 23 in full. Never watched it. One day, I will. One day I will watch it. Maybe one day very soon I will watch it. I want to see this fucking match now. I want to see Cody versus Sami Zayn. I think if Cody is not part of that WrestleMania title match, Cody versus Sami Zayn is a decent option for WrestleMania. Big, huge fucking pop for Trick Williams. I really want Trick Williams to win. I really want Trick Williams to win. Oh, don't apologise, you fucking fanny. Come on. Slap him in the face. This is why Sami Zayn will never be a main eventer. Because he's a walking fucking fanny. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Right. Is this... This can't be the main event, right? It's well early. Sammy is the Chelsea of the men's division. Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh on Chelsea. I was going to say, this is still another hour. What else is on this card? What have I missed? Have we still got Orton versus Aleister Black? Is that tonight still? Yeah, that's what I thought. We heard about it earlier on, and we just have heard nothing about it since, I don't think. Weird. Everyone thinking that Aleister Black was going to get a big WrestleMania match. You know what? They could still do that at WrestleMania. They could still do that at WrestleMania if Aleister Black wins tonight. If Aleister Black wins tonight and really goes in on, you know, the karrion cross gimmick of trying to turn Randy Orton evil, then we could get a heel Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Potentially... I wouldn't even be against the Randy Orton and Aleister Black tag team at this point, you know. Just do fucking something. Just do fucking something with him. They did say Chelsea will never be a world champion and that she's there to put the main event as over. They did. They did. I maintain, though, that everything that you see on WWE Unreal is still scripted to a point. I still think that there's a lot of manufacturing going on with that. People love Chelsea Green. She's over as fuck, and you can't deny people's popularity. You can't deny people's popularity, especially when she gets over in front of every crowd she's in front of. Saying something like that, only I can't remember who it was, but it was a wrestler, probably a former WWE wrestler, that said everything that they want you to see on WWE Unreal is there for a purpose. But in something that inflammatory, like Chelsea Green will never be a main eventer, is the same as, you know, Daniel Bryan as a B+ player. Is very much that energy. Yeah, Michael Hayes is often full of shit as well. Weren't we meant to be getting Black versus Orton years ago when Black kept knocking at Orton's door? You got a better memory than I have, because I ain't got a fucking clue. Oh, and Rhea versus Julia as well. Be nice if that was the main event. Doubt it. But, look, it'd be nice. It'd be nice. We got a lot of wrestling on this episode of SmackDown. Zack Ryder will never win a world title. No, but Matt Cardona might. Potentially. I'd love to see it. I've always loved Zack Ryder and Matt Cardona. In any persona he's been in, he has knocked it out of the park every single time. Even when he was half-heartedly doing it once WWE took over Z True Long Island Story, because that's what happened, wasn't it? He did that off his own back on his own YouTube channel, and after 100 episodes, WWE wanted a piece of it, and it was clearly a WWE produced product at that point, and that's when he fell out of interest with it. And even when he was doing it half-arsed, he was still really, really good in any position they put him in. Matt Cardona might. Give Matt and Chelsea both belts. I agree. And make them tag team champions as well. Because why not? Alright, what do we think is going to happen with this, by the way? The AJ Styles tribute on Raw on Monday. Do we think... What's happening here? Do you think this is it? I mean, it's in... Where's it in? Atlanta? So it's his hometown, right? It could very well be You know, a lot of people speculating that, you know, he's going to come out of retirement for a match at WrestleMania. I'd love to see it, but at this point, I think it's just wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. I've got high hopes for this match. Matt and Chelsea versus Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice. It would work. Do you know what? At this point, if you're going to stick him on the main roster, put Matt Cardona, Chelsea Green, and Ethan Page in a tag team, in a stable with each other. You give Ethan Page something to do on the main roster. You give Matt Cardona something to do on the fucking main roster. Whoa, tired now. It is currently 5 minutes to 3 a.m. The things we do in the UK to be a wrestling fan is fucking outrageous. Matt and Chelsea versus Rhea and a returning buddy. Oh, don't threaten me with a good time. I've always thought, right? You know, you get those pictures of like fans wanting to take a picture with Rhea Ripley, and Buddy Matthews is just stood in the background because they haven't recognised him, or they've just like been so excited to see a Rhea Ripley. I would love to get a photo with Buddy Matthews with Rhea Ripley in the background, being like, "What the fuck, bruv?" I would also love, you know, there's that really awkward photo of Becky Lynch being hugged by a fan, and she looks really, really, really uncomfortable. I would love to get a picture where I'm going in for a hug on Becky Lynch, and then the next picture is just her punching me in the face. That's a dream, that is. One day, I will make that dream a reality. Becky and Seth versus Rhea and Buddy. That would work. That would genuinely work. We got Becky versus AJ Lee at Elimination Chamber. I hope that's good. I hope that's good. AJ Lee has got a lot of shit since coming back for not performing at the level that she once did. To be fair to her, she hasn't stepped inside of a ring for the best part of a fucking decade since she returned, or before she returned. I just hope that putting her in a one-on-one match with one of the more seasoned veterans in the women's division will be a good thing. You assume a non-finisher get another match at WrestleMania? WWE are not against having rematches and rematches and rematches, especially rematches, you know. We'll see, won't we? If it ends up being Cody versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, alright, immediately Carmelo Hayes and Britt Williams getting each other's face before Damien Priest fucks them both up. It's been a good episode of SmackDown so far. I'll just say that. And I've had a great fucking time watching SmackDown with you. Earlier on, we were live on Twitch playing some WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. I had a lot of fun playing that. And doing all these Sporcle quizzes as well. Always a good time. So thank you very much for spending your Friday evening with me. I appreciate all of you. You'd love to be the booker and match choreographer behind AJ Lee versus Rhea. Go on. What spot would you book, Aussie Lucian? Fucking hell, Damien Priest has started off at 1,000,000 miles an hour here. Standing tall, getting a big reaction. I'd like to see these two in a potential United States Championship Open challenge. Carmelo Hayes versus Damien Priest. Fucking hell, Damien Priest is kicking ass right now, isn't he? I was going to say, going for the South of Heaven early. Fucking hell, Trick Williams just backflipped out of it. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, here we go. The first move on Damien Priest. Oh no. Falcon Arrow. Damien Priest is one of those. He's really good, right? He's really, 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 really good. And he's got a decent enough character. I just never saw him as world championship level. And I feel like I was wrong because he could hang. He could hang in the main event scene. He wasn't helped by the fact that a lot of his challengers were also people new to the main event scene. I feel like we look back on his title reign fondly. The polar opposite to the way that we look back on Jinder Mahal's title reign. Big NXT chance for Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. That's high praise. People know who they are. People respect their body of work. Oh. Just knocking each other out. Right, you'd have AJ playing mind games with Rhea in a promo like she did with Becky. Somewhere throughout the build-up, AJ would send Rhea mental psycho and turn Rhea heel and smash EO. During the match, at some point, Rhea would put in a submission move on AJ while standing on the top corner post. I like it so far, Aussie Lucian. I like it. Ooh. Still in commercial break, so obviously the action's going to be a little bit less than right now while we wait for America to turn up and catch up. Always do this during the commercial break. Do the obligatory 10 punches in the corner spot. What was that move? Thank God that didn't air on TV. Alright, we're going to come back from commercial break with Trick and Damien Priest in the ring. What an awful fucking camera angle that is. Right, so who's confirmed for the Elimination Chamber so far for the men's side? We've got Randy, Wendy. We've got who else? Who else is confirmed? Is LA Knight confirmed, or am I chatting shit on that one? Big dive to the outside. Cody, obviously. Oh, big frog splash. Javon, thank you. That'll be good. What the fuck is Javon Evans going to do inside that chamber? He might do the John Morrison spot, I'm thinking, where he climbs all the way to the top and then drops down. Have Rhea do the submission either from the top rope of a pod or dangle someone standing in front of the top of a steel cage. Always gives me anxiety, spots like that. Always gives me anxiety watching people fucking dangle or like hang over the edge. That bump that Austin Theory took a few years ago was fucking nasty. Go back and watch that shit. That is horrible. Oh, little fuck up. Got it though. Saved it. Controversy creates cash. All right, Bischoff. Fucking hell, that was a big slap, wasn't it? That was a big old slap to Carmelo Hayes. Gonna trade chops for a little bit. Wonder who's going to take the pin here. Fucking hell, Carmelo Hayes just went flying. Oh, stun gun on the announce table. Be interesting if Carmelo Hayes took the pin here. WWE love some 50-50 booking. So if Trick pinned Carmelo Hayes and then in a few weeks challenged for the United States Championship and lost. Oh my fucking god, that kick. What a bump Carmelo Hayes just took then. Do you remember when Tucker got slammed through the outside of the pod through the glass? Imagine that spot on top of the pod. Oh. Did my head in. I was watching back the spot the other day when Jeff Hardy did the swanton off the pod onto the Big Show. And even though Big Show is a big lad, and there's a lot of human being there to break his fall, that'd be fucking horrendous. Nice, raise his edge. Oh, Priest might take the pin here. Carmelo Hayes might be going to the chamber. Broken up by Trick. Great match so far. Both of the Elimination Chamber qualifying matches, the men's and the women's, have both been spectacular. Oh, absolutely fucked though. I'm surprised I managed to make it this far. Like I said, it's been a week, right? It's been a real week in the life of Stuart. Tiring, stressful, depressing, all of that good shit. But we've made it. We have made it to the other side. We have made it to the weekend. What is everyone's plans for the weekend? What's everyone doing this weekend? Is anyone going out and doing shit? I'm gonna try my hardest tomorrow, even though I know it's gonna be a late night. It's already a late night right now. I'm gonna try my hardest tomorrow to go out and do something. Nice double team move. I like it. I like it. Oh. Reverse Uranagi. Imagine Javon and Carmelo trying to outdo each other inside the chamber. Someone gets seriously fucking hurt. It could happen. It could happen. It's Saturday afternoon already for you. You plan on cleaning on a Saturday. I try and get all my fucking housework done midweek, so I have to do, or I need to do fuck all during the weekend. Trick's going to the chamber. Trick's won. The right decision. I'm going to say that now. It's the right decision. Trick Williams is fucking white hot at the minute. It makes so much sense for Carmelo not to get pinned because he's US champ, and for Trick to go to the chamber. Crossroads on RKO off the top of the pond to the ring. Oh, Randy Orton's got back issues. I would not want to see that for his sake. What's the nastiest bump that you've seen in WWE? We'll say in WWE, what's the nastiest bump? Because I always go back to, you know, when Kalisto did that like sliced bread move to one of the Usos off the ladder through another ladder. Wow, everyone's hanging around outside the box. I just wasn't expecting to see Johnny Gargano on top of the box. JD last year was pretty nice. What was JD's bump? Trick win in the chamber would be great. Oh, next week, Candice LeRae versus Jordan Grace is next week. I like that. I like that a lot. Poor Johnny. Hitting his back of the announce table and neck injury. Oh yeah, that was yeah. That was scary when shit like that happens. Tsunami off War Games through a table, or Joey Mercury ladder to the nose. That one. Do you know what? Out of pure morbid fascination, I do go back and watch that Joey Mercury when he got his face exploded off the ladder quite often. And the Sid leg break. I know that wasn't WWE, but the Sid leg break was a fucking sight to behold. I kind of hope this match ends in bullshit, right? I kind of hope that this match doesn't end in a clean pinfall victory against the United States Women's Champion. And then we can sort of justify why they're not main eventing. Because it didn't have a proper finish, you know. Just trying to make the best of it. Hope Trick wins the chamber, do something unpredictable. It would be good. Who? Javon winning the chamber. Javon versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Trick versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Oh, got it into my head now that I want to see Cody versus Sami Zayn. Just in a singles match. No championships, no belts, no nothing. Got more nasty bumps in mind. They're kind of ones that'll make you go, "Ooh, did he really just say that?" Go for it. Go for it. I mean, if you're gonna go for the Big E one, yeah, the Big E one, that was. Do you know what? It's always the bumps that look the most sort of, innocuous that are actually like really fucking devastating. Like the Big E one obviously was fucking devastating. The Drew McIntyre giving the reverse Alabama slam to Riddick Moss, to Madcap Moss. That was fucking horrendous. But he walked away from it unscathed. Somehow, he landed right on the top of his head, and they immediately cut to a slow motion replay. Fucking ridiculous. They should never have done that. They should never have cut to a slow motion replay of that. Like, he could have been still legitimately hurt, but just running on adrenaline. But that bump looked fucking horrible. Foley Hell in a Cell. The Foley Hell in a Cell one that is the worst one is the one where he went through the cell. Because for years, I thought that was a fucking, like a bogey, like a booger out of his nose. And it wasn't. It was his tooth. Oh, speaking of teeth, Cesaro. Cesaro smashing his teeth, impacting his teeth into his mouth off of the ring post. That was fucking nasty. Right, we're in an ad break for a little bit. I tell you what, we'll wait for Giulia versus Rhea Ripley, and then we'll do WrestleMania 23. Right? We'll watch the Rhea Ripley Giulia match, and then we'll do one more Sporcle quiz after that. Titus World Slide was probably half a foot away from breaking his shoulder. That it was, and when Seth nearly got fucking impaled by the cage when he was rolling into the ring and the spike was coming down on his back. There's actually one worse than Foley's fall, but you don't want to mention it. Well, yeah, that obviously. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. I know exactly what you're thinking of. Technically, that was never televised either, and rightly so. It's mad to think that footage exists somewhere. It's actually quite disgusting, really, how that footage actually exists somewhere. New Jack throwing, oh fuck, what was his name? What was... The Danbury fall was worse than New Jack throwing him off the scaffold, because that was a receipt. And to be fair, Vic Grimes was the guy. He the whole reason that happened, like Vic Grimes, his bump off the scaffold through the tables onto the ring, that could have literally killed him. But Vic Grimes landed on New Jack's head during the Danbury fall. And I think New Jack said that he's like, he's dead now, but he was like partially deaf or partially blind after that fall. Like, that's like serious brain damage is what happened to New Jack after that. The Danbury fall, he got away with that shit. Always assuming the footage is kept for legal reasons. Yeah, it probably was used in court at some point, but... Christopher Daniels' fall. Is that the off the Ultimate X one? That was a close call. Even AJ's Ultimate X bump, that he says that he wasn't confident he was going to land it because he did like the full flip. And it looked really cool, but again, that is inches away from a neck injury. Jim Cornette, I think, broke his coccyx off a scaffold bump. Scaffold matches were fucked up, man. Whose idea was it to do a fucking scaffold match? That is such a ridiculous stipulation because, like, the match doesn't look good. Both people up there look fucking terrified. And if someone's taking a bump, someone's getting really fucking hurt. And part of me wants to see a scaffold match in 2026. Oh yeah, Bret Hart hitting the pile driver on Steve Austin. You know what else is a really nasty bump? Is when Paul Orndorff in like the year 2000, he had no business being in a fucking wrestling ring in the year 2000, but Paul Orndorff did. He was the one giving the move. He gave a pile driver to somebody in WCW, and because he did that like full sit out bump, the person he did the pile driver to was fine, right? It was a good pile driver, but the way that Paul Orndorff landed on his arse gave himself a stinger. He just couldn't walk afterwards. It's not funny. But I remember watching that and being like, is he okay? Like, and he was not. He was not okay. Matt Hardy taking the spear in AEW, what, off the forklift? Sammy Guevara? Oh, the Dante Martin bump. Penta gave him a destroyer off a ladder, through a table, and Dante Martin just fucking destroyed his ankle on that landing. That was on a Ring of Honor pay-per-view as well, which means nobody watched that shit. Until the next day when the clip started surfacing on Twitter. That was horrible. God, imagine if Julia just won in like a minute. My dream WrestleMania match for these women, to get everyone on the card, to get everyone focused in a featured prominent position. Look, okay? Let's be real here. We would love to see a women's United States Championship match at WrestleMania. It's not happening. I would like to see all of the women's tag teams in a big fuck off TLC match for the women's tag team titles. Io and Rhea, Charlotte and Alexa, Lash and Nia, Julia and Kiana James, Asuka, Kairi Sane. 10 women, 5 teams, tag team titles, TLC fucking carnage. That's what I'd love to see. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Who wins the chamber then? Tiffany? Tiffany Stratton versus Jade again? That would be so shit. That would be so shit. Oh, I've talked myself out of it. We might genuinely get Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Let that sink in for a minute. Let that sink in for a minute. Pretty sure there was something in Lucha Underground where someone went through a table from the top of the platform. I might be watching Lucha Underground through again. I'm awaiting confirmation from the powers that be on that one, but keep an eye out. keep an eye out for that, because we might be doing something. Me and one other person. It should be really cool, actually. Lucha Underground was great. Women's scaffold match at WrestleMania? No, I wouldn't like to see that. Tag Team Tornado Championship Scramble? Or a Tag Team Iron Survivor match at WrestleMania. But make it an hour long. Hour-long Iron Survivor. Maven did a video where they watched some nasty botches. I've got such a mixed opinion about Maven. Such a mixed opinion about Maven. He did that video where he critiqued, right? He critiqued celebrity wrestlers. So he critiqued Chris Danger, Grimm, BDE, and Simon Miller, right? Fair enough, right? At the same time, it's fucking Maven, right? Not being funny, it's fucking Maven. Great YouTuber. Really entertaining. His output is stellar. But it's still Maven, right? Maven critiquing anyone on professional wrestling is a bit, you know? RVD on Triple H's neck makes you wince. Yes, off the top of the pod. First ever Elimination Chamber match in 2002. Oh, Miz's concussion at WrestleMania. That was a nasty one. That was really nasty. You know, this was a really nasty concussion. My favourite ever TLC match was TLC 4. And Jericho gave Bubba Ray Dudley a one-handed bulldog off a ladder, right? But just didn't let go in time. Just didn't safely land it in time. And Bubba's head was driven through the fucking mat. And he was concussed the entire rest of that match. To the point where Jericho recalls it. In fact, they were talking about it together on Jericho's podcast, I think it was. And Jericho basically had to guide Bubba Ray Dudley through the rest of that match, through all the spots they had planned. And Bubba Ray Dudley was so fucked, so concussed. There was a really horrible, like, heart-wrenching story about that. I'll let you listen to it. But the funny part was, Jericho said to Bubba Ray Dudley, "You need to stand up and take a Van Daminator." And Bubba Ray Dudley just looked at him and went, "From who?" A Van Daminator. You need to take that move. Sure. From who? But who would I take a Van Daminator from? I wonder. Jeff Hardy swanton onto Darby on the glass. Darby also doing the glass bump in Sting's retirement match. That was just stupid. Like, any of that glass gets into the audience. I'm going to sound like such a fucking granddad now, but I don't care. Any of that glass gets into the audience, that's a fucking lawsuit waiting to happen. Oh, speaking of lawsuits and bumps, Steve Austin driving his ATV into that woman at WrestleMania last year. that was a funny one. Oh god, some of the bumps that Kevin Owens took in his last couple of matches against Cody, they were pretty nasty. They looked good. They looked, you know, as safe as they could possibly be, but he took like an Alabama slam through a ladder. Spike Dudley took a shitload of good bumps as well. He took a Spike Dudley took a chokeslam from Undertaker from the inside of the ring to the outside of the ring, and also the double spine buster from La Resistance to Spike Dudley through the table, but they missed the table. That was a good one. Shannon Moore got overhead belly to belly suplexed from Brock Lesnar from the inside of the ring to the outside of the ring, and that was a nasty bump. Like, it, again, looked safe. He was probably absolutely fine, but the thud of his back was horrible. The bump Bubba did to Mae Young is a great shout. Is a legendary spot. A legendary spot in wrestling. You have idea how injured that woman was, but you can bet she milked it for every penny. Apparently it got away with it. I think there was an update fairly recently on that woman. Apparently, like, there were no... They must have looked after her. She milked it to fuck at the time, though. She was fine. Rhea Ripley might win this clean. No, there's Nia. Come on, set this multi-women tag team match up for WrestleMania. This match was always going to end in bullshit. There's Lash. We want 5-team women's TLC ladder match at WrestleMania, please. Big pop for Io Sky. She told Bubba to give it his all, and if he was doing it to, as if he was doing it to one of the boys. Bubba didn't want to do it. No, Bubba always says afterwards, though, Mae Young is the toughest man in pro wrestling. So we might be getting that tag team match next week. Oh, we are. It's a tag team title match. My bad. Chelsea Green based a whole angle on that woman. Oba Femi has got underrated facial expressions. He's so much more than just a fucking destroyer. And he's really funny. Like, his personality, his, like, real life personality is fucking top tier. Oh no, Miz, you fool. Miz versus Oba Femi next week. I like the fact that we're getting quite a few bits and pieces announced for next week. I feel like there was very little in terms of promotion for SmackDown this week. I was having a look on, because I was obviously trying to find a thumbnail for the YouTube video, for the YouTube VOD and all that boring shit, right? I was trying to find like graphics and things like that. And there was just nothing. Like, even on like the WWE Twitter page, like the day before Raw, there were posters for Raw. The day before NXT, there was posters for NXT. The day before fucking main event, there was posters for main event. Nothing for SmackDown this morning. Nothing. Oh my god, I really hope that nobody just heard my stomach rumbling on microphone then, because that was fucking loud. I haven't eaten properly today. I might have something to eat after this, but I highly doubt it. I might just go to bed. Okay. You ready? Can you name every match on WWE WrestleMania 23. I don't want to hear about the billionaires or politicians that were on this card. You don't need to name them. They don't deserve to be named. But let's go. We already had one earlier. Michaels versus John Cena, I believe. We also had Umanga. She wrote it with the N, versus Lashley was on this card. A Lumberjill match for the Women's Championship. I haven't got a clue. I'm just going to guess and say Stratus. No Trish Stratus on here. Cena was against a human. That you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Taker versus Batista. Well done. I'm not going to know a lot of these, so fill your boots, everyone. WrestleMania 23. Oh, ECW Originals versus the New Breed. I can get that. Maybe Dreamer did have a WrestleMania match. Fair play. Dreamer, RVD, Punk was also on this card somewhere. He was in the Money in the Bank ladder match. That was won by Mr. Kennedy. RVD, Dreamer. Oh, fuck. Sandman. And Sabu, I want to say. Yeah, versus Elijah Burke, Matt Striker, Kevin Thorne. Who else is on the New Breed team? Thank you, Aussie Lucian. Who else is on the New Breed team? Oh, was it Benoit versus Orlando Jordan? No, it was MVP, wasn't it? Yeah, Vontavious Porter versus Chris Redacted for the United States Championship. Who else was in that 8-man tag team match? Elijah Burke, Kevin Thorne. We'll come back to that. Who else was on Team ECW at that point? Melina was in the women's match. Well done. Melina versus who? WrestleMania 23. It wasn't Punk. Punk was in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I thought it was Punk for some reason. It wasn't Nitro or Morrison. Not even on the card. Genuinely. It's not Candice Michelle. Not Chrissy Hemme. Matt and Jeff Hardy. Edge. Oh yeah, because he did that fucking bump, didn't he? Christian wasn't around at this point. I don't think... Was Jericho around at this point? He wasn't, was he? It was Ashley Massaro versus Melina. Well done. Didn't know she had a WrestleMania match. That's good. Booker. Is it King Booker? Finley was in there as well. Striker we've already got. Ric Flair. Carlito with the babyface team. Who were the heel team? Oh, you're right. It was Marcus Corvon, wasn't it? It was Monty Brown. Well done. Well done. Amazing to think that Monty Brown has a WrestleMania match under his belt. Well done. Well done to Monty Brown. We got one more for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Kennedy, Punk, Edge, Finley, Jeff Hardy, King Booker, Matt Hardy. Do you know what? Kane and Carly is a good shout. Mark Henry wasn't on this card. Big Show wasn't on this card. Amazing. Chavo Guerrero. Orton was in that Money in the Bank ladder match. Never would have got that. Well done. We got one more. Who was Chavo's partner? Chavo and Hurricane. Never would have got that. Gregory Helms. Well done, everyone. WrestleMania 23. 4 minutes 44. Average score was 75. And a lot of people didn't get Gregory Helms. I'm impressed. I don't think I would have ever put Gregory Helms there. Ashley as well was quite low down. Marcus Corvon, Matt Striker, Chavo, Melina, Carlito, all quite low down, all below 60%. Well done. Well done, everyone. Ooh, we're still getting more Shinsuke and Tama Tonga stuff backstage. I like it. This is why I think it's not going to be Evil in the Crate. Because one, that would be shit. And two, he's already got a ready-made storyline to walk into, right? Interesting. Shinsuke Nakamura and Tama Tonga will either be a Saturday Night Main Event or a Mania. I think that's wishful thinking. I think that's going to be SmackDown in a couple of weeks, probably. I would love it. I don't think it's going to be Mania. I would love it if they put him on a Saturday Night's Main Event. When is the next Saturday Night's Main Event? Do we know? Have they even announced a next Saturday Night's Main Event? Ooh. I'm a big fan of Aleister Black. I don't like how they've basically given him and Zelina Vega Karrion Kross and Scarlett's gimmick. Like almost identical like for like in terms of gimmick. Like even down to, you know, the entrance is is literally identical. It doesn't look like it suits Zelina Vega, and I'm not saying that as a Zelina Vega hater. There's a lot of people that strongly dislike Zelina Vega, and I'm definitely not one of those people. I've always been a fan of Zelina Vega, but it like she almost looks uncomfortable doing that entrance. If that makes sense. A wrestler who wants to win titles also wants to unlock another wrestler's evil side to have extra competition. Like, it's good. It suits him. I think it would have suited him and, you know, Karrion Kross a bit. But if Karrion Kross was still with WWE, it wouldn't be as bad. Yeah, and that's literally all she is at this point. And it's a shame because she is so much more than that. So much more than that. And you can see through it from an audience perspective, from me sitting at home watching it. You can see through it. Hopefully we get to see a bit more of both of them beyond, you know, that. I mean, the fact that Aleister Black has had numerous SmackDown main events since returning, including tonight where he's facing a bona fide first ballot Hall of Famer. And I hope that he wins. Although I wouldn't be shocked either way. We've only got 16 minutes left, so it's not going to be the longest of matches. Saturday night's main event Battle Royale participants on Sporcle. We're not going to do that. We might do one more. But if we do one more, we're going to go through the WrestleManias. That's my aim for the next couple of weeks, for the next few weeks. We want to get through as many of the WrestleManias as possible. Like, we started off at 11. I feel like 11 was a nice place to start off. Anything before that, it kind of alienates an audience. But we're up to 24 now. We smashed through them tonight. We did 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Fuck me, we've done loads. Maybe one day we'll do Saturday's main event Battle Royal participants, but that seems fucking long. Tell you what I did find, which is a really good one, Aussie Lucian. I think we'll enjoy it one day. Maybe when we're done with the WrestleManias, we'll do it, right? But it's, can you name all of the final 4 participants of every Royal Rumble match? There's hundreds. It looks long, but good. Really, really good. Oh, shit. I mean, look, I'll change my tune if out of this we get a Randy Orton heel turn. I've never been a massive fan of Randy Orton. I know a lot of people fucking love Randy Orton. I'm definitely a minority when I say that. I've never been a massive fan of Randy Orton. Apart from his 2009 heel run, which was brilliant. Legendary. People still talk about it to this day. 2009 Orton got you back into wrestling. Jeff Hardy got me back into wrestling around the same time. Jeff Hardy being in the main event got me back into wrestling. Randy Orton being the heel, it's just a shame that his WrestleMania match was wasted against Triple H, like, and losing as well. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a Sporcle quiz very, very soon. Oh, he did the pose. Think he should just be a tweener who still enjoys having the crowd sing his song but also has no issue punt kicking anyone? I feel like they tried that before. They tried that after the 2009 heel turn when he was sort of like a tweener like when he was feuding with Christian. And again, it's just my opinion. I thought it was shit. Like, it's just so bland. Like, it's so bland. If he's not one thing or another, he works so well being the vile, despicable heel. Anything less than doesn't feel authentic. He either has to go full babyface like what he is now, posing for the crowd, letting the crowd sing along with his song, all of that stuff, or be fully heel. Randy Orton as the tweener character doesn't work for me. Personally, just doesn't work for me. Who's punting them all the way back to AEW. He actually was, wasn't he? Christian and Matt Hardy, wasn't it? Bragging Rights versus Cena. I remember watching that live. Again, wasn't impressed. Any match that Randy Orton had with John Cena was never my favourite. Let's just put it that way. Especially because do you know what? I think it was just the John Cena at that point, because that was full fucking Super Cena, where Cena couldn't lose legitimately to anybody. He just couldn't lose. Wow, they're doing the announce table spot during the commercial break. See, to a certain extent, this babyface Randy Orton does kind of work. Like the crowd interaction. I just like it when he's cold as fuck. And I'll fully hold my hands up and say, I won't say I'm wrong, but I'll say that it's just my opinion. Clearly, there's thousands of people right now in that arena who disagree with me. And all the power to them. This just feels like a bit of a weird SmackDown main event, considering there's been very little build up to this, apart from a few interactions backstage. I'm hoping this leads to something else, whether it be a WrestleMania match, whether it be to a Randy Orton heel turn, whether it be to anything. But if this is the payoff for what very little build up we've had, it's a very strange booking decision. But as always, I'll happily let it play out, because I've always have high hopes with shit like this. To my detriment. Right, we're back from commercial break, everyone. We're in the vinegar strokes of this February 20th episode of SmackDown. I can't believe I just said that. Oh god, what a horrendous fucking term to use. I'll try not to say that again. So I'm right in saying that on Monday we've got the 2 last Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. Do we know what they are yet? Am I right in saying that? I wonder if it's got it on there. On the wiki page, which is where I get all of my information. The last spot will be determined on the February 23rd episode of Raw between Bronson Reed, Jey Uso, and the original El Grande Americano. Who do we want to see in the Elimination Chamber from those 3? It's weird having Jey in there and not, like, even though he's a tag team champion, still having Jey in singles matches. The last spot for the women's match will be between Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Raquel. Give it to Raquel. Please give it to Raquel. That I wouldn't be against. That I really wouldn't be against, actually. As a bit of a, you know, do something unpredictable. You had the tease, didn't you, of Liv Morgan going to challenge Jade Cargill, even though we know it's not going to happen. What if we had Liv versus Stephanie Vaquer at WrestleMania, and we had Raquel versus Jade Cargill at WrestleMania? 2 big, powerful women in the WWE Women's title match. I actually fucking love that. Have Raquel and Liv both win. We can milk this Judgment Day implosion for another few months then. I like it too. Cena versus Orton happened 4 times on pay-per-view in 2009, August, September, and twice in October. There's a reason why this feud felt overdone. I never liked it from the start. I always felt like those 2 were 2 big named players that their styles just clashed. They were so good against other people and their styles just clashed. Same with Batista and Cena. Batista and Cena clashed so bad. Triple threat, Jade versus Raquel versus Rhea. Rhea's busy. Rhea's busy in the 10 women, 5 team scaffold TLC match at WrestleMania. Can't have Rhea in there, sorry. Come on. The end might be nigh for Aleister Black here. Zelina looks worried. Did you just say whoop that trick? Okay, fair enough. End of 08-09 was where the WWE title picture was either Triple H, Batista, Cena, or no one else got a hold of it. Apart from Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy ended 08 as WWE champion. But you are right. You are right. The Edge Jeff Hardy feud, I felt like could have gone on a little longer. The Jeff Hardy CM Punk feud was obviously very good. Undertaker was in that title picture as well, in the world title picture, when he came back. I believe that was at the end of SummerSlam 09, wasn't it? When Jeff and Punk had that ladder match. That's another reason, right? I know a lot of people saying that they want Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk in the 2K26 showcase because of Jeff Hardy. And obviously I agree. But one of the main reasons why I would like the CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy match in that showcase is for that SummerSlam 2009 arena. Because I don't know about you, right? But the current SummerSlam logo is utter dog shit. It doesn't look or feel like summer in the slightest. It looks like it was made specifically for the SummerSlam that was in Detroit. And then they just kept the same shitty logo for the Cleveland one as well. Oh, Drew McIntyre. Okay. Interesting. Interesting development. Oh, here's Cody. Main character Cody. This is what annoys me about Cody Rhodes. It's not said enough, right? Cody Rhodes turns up to the arena in a suit because he's not wrestling, right? Yet still, he gets changed into other clothes out of his suit, not into his wrestling gear, but into other gear just to have a fight. Can't believe it. Aleister Black has just beaten Randy Orton in the main event of SmackDown. You love to see it. Yeah, he's in he's in his jammies. Cody is in his jammies. Bots, you finish your book. Nice. Yeah, keep us updated. Keep us updated in the Discord. It's such a shame. That's such a huge win for Aleister Black. And this episode of SmackDown is ending with Cody Rhodes in the ring. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. You were mistaken. Sheamus ended 2009 as WWE Champion. Did he? I guess he would have, wouldn't he? Because he won... When did he win the belt? He won the belt at TLC 2009? And TLC 2009 was what? November? December? It was late on. Because you didn't have Armageddon at that point, sadly. Everyone, thank you so much for a lovely evening. I've enjoyed myself. I'm very tired and I'm going to go straight to bed right now. Despite my stomach rumbling, I'm going to just go to bed. I'm just going to go to bed. But I've had a lot of fun. I will be back tomorrow from 10 PM UK time, maybe a little bit earlier, maybe 9 PM I think I put on the poster. I'll be here from 9 PM UK time, that's 5 PM Eastern, and you can all, 4 PM Eastern, you can all work out your time zones accordingly. Thank you. I'm going to be playing some Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to be continuing with the story mode. I have been thoroughly enjoying Red Dead Redemption 2, and I cannot wait to play some more of it. Next week, if I don't see you, next week will be Steam Next Fest from the 23rd, 24th, 23rd, the Tuesday, 24th, I think, of February. and I am going to be releasing a video on the YouTube channel every other day showcasing my favourite demos from Steam Next Fest. And I'm going to be real with you, they might be the best things I've ever done so far, and I really do appreciate all of your support on that. If you go to my YouTube channel, it's Stuart Yeah, I'm Stuart Yeah and everything. Please go and subscribe to the channel right now. Please like the videos. It really helps more than you ever fucking know. So thank you very much for that. But yeah, until then, everyone, I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Good night, Craggle Rocks. Good night, everyone. Look after yourself. Do something nice. Do you know what? Do something nice. Tomorrow, I'm going to make a point of going out. I'm going to make a point of going out, go for a walk, do something nice for my mental health. And I suggest that all of you do exactly the same thing. But for now, see you later. Bye!